Hey, what's up campers? Cinema11 here. Welcome to my review of Total Drama The Ridonculous Race, Episode 5, Bjorken Telephone. It's sad that Cartoon Network aired this show so fast. It's clear that the show was meant to air once a week by the way Don talks, and I'm guessing it's going to do that in Canada, but I would prefer if it aired once a week because it works better. And it would have been easier on me to review because I wouldn't have been as behind. This was I can't talk apparently. This was the best episode so far with more drama and funny moments. The ice dancers are first, of course, from the last episode, and they really loved holding on to that first place. They started some drama with the other teams about getting on the bus and all that. I think they thought the bus was exclusive for them, or they wanted to get on first, or something like that. Today's challenge involves going through a field of geysers while remembering a phrase, telling an Icelandic person that phrase, and then eating food or carving out a fossil to end off the challenge. The geyser field, and honestly, I thought it looked cool. And they said hot springs in the episode, but come on, guys, they're geysers. And the Icelandic local was cute. I never really say that about cartoon characters, but it must have been the freckles or something. I don't know. If there's someone in real life who looks like that, hit me up. No, I'm kidding. If they get the phrase back, or what? Okay. The Icelandic phrase, if they get the phrase wrong, they have to go all the way back through the field of geysers. And that becomes a key part of the challenge because a lot of characters don't get it right, so they have to go back to the little box, press the button, hear it again, go through the field again, and then talk to the lady. And Dwayne Sr. is really messing their team up. I said this in the last episode. Seriously, he thinks he's all that, but his son is much better, and his son should be the leader of the team because the son knows what he's talking about. There was a clever joke with Owen acting like he was ordering food with the little box, and I like the thing that that Brody with Brody, it came over into this episode as well. He's still messed up from being shocked over and over again. So I like that. I like when injuries or whatever carry over into the next episode or something like that. I like having little things in the show be continuous. It seems like Devin's girlfriend is mistreating him, and Carrie is really ready to fit into that position. She really likes this guy. And I was expecting them to have Owen surf from geyser to geyser. I thought that would have been cool, but that didn't happen. Dwayne Sr. is having trouble remembering the phrase, of course, because he thinks he's all that, and he's not. I like the Goths. They're being shown a lot more, and they're awesome. And is it weird that I expected there to be some weird plot twist where the Goths, can't talk at all in these videos, where the Goths actually knew the language. They actually know the Icelandic language. I forget what language do they speak in Iceland. I don't remember. Yeah. Chet and Lorenzo are fighting like always. I liked how the Icelandic lady actually pushed them while they were fighting. I think they deserve it. I like that. I would like to see someone else come into their arguments and be like, you guys are stupid, stop fighting. Tom and Jen, they get through by giving the Icelandic girl a compliment. I guess the rules can be stretched a little bit, I see. And we're starting to learn that Stephanie is crazy. We got a little bit of that in episode 3. She has some attitude, and she has a twisted idea of love. She thinks love is perfect and all that, but love is actually built on a set of problems that you have to work through together. Yeah, just got deep. I want to see some drama between Kitty and Emma. I need this so badly because Emma is so wrong, and Emma can't even get the phrase right, and then Kitty just gets it. But Emma gets mad because she's like, oh, you could have messed up. You interrupted me and stuff like that. And it's so dumb. The next part of the challenge is an either or. They can either eat some Icelandic food or get a fossil out of an ice cave. I was surprised that most of them chose to go after the fossils. I figured there would be some trickery with the food, and there was. Of course, it's some disgusting, gross food. And also, the Yeti is back. I saw the Yeti moving. in the ice cave. So maybe the Yeti. I was about to say Eddie, Ed and Eddie. I hope they have the Yeti in the show again. Spud and Rock are struggling. Rock is doing all the work, and Spud sounds like he's high or something. Like he just smoked something. Is this the first time we've heard him speak? I feel like this is the first episode he said something. And Rock tries to get the phrase right over and over, and then he finally does. I thought there would be a situation where Rock takes his headphones, where Rock takes Spud's headphones off, or Spud takes his headphones off, and then he remembers like the whole phrase, even though he hasn't even been listening the entire time. But no, Rock is still doing all the work. So the teams are trying to get their fossils. Taylor insults her mother, and I wish the Icelandic chick would have slapped her since she pushed Chet and Lorenzo. Taylor really needs it because she is being a terrible daughter to her mother. Kitty decides to not help Emma, and I'm so glad because Emma deserves it. Kitty standing up for yourself. I like that. Keep that going. I want those two to have a lot of drama. Dwayne and Junior, they were in major trouble this episode, and I almost thought they would lose. I'm glad Junior took charge of the group, and then he remembered the phrase, and he helped them win pretty much. Taylor and Kelly threw up over their conversation about the food. Someone finally threw up. It's not total drama without throwing up. Dwayne rushes into a cave, and we get a little cliffhanger before the commercial about his ice pick about to hit him in the face, and I thought that was funny. That was honestly funny. I don't really laugh that much, but I laughed out loud when that happened. And even when I went through the episode for this review, I still smiled at that moment. Taylor and Kelly give up on the fossil after seeing the situation with Dwayne. I like Taylor's line, "If you had a face as Chipotle as mine." That was a good line. I didn't read the whole part, obviously, but I like that part specifically. I like Taylor. I'm glad she's getting more screen time as more contestants lose. And that's the first quote of the episode, but I actually have two more this time around. Jeff has to he has to feed Brody since he's so messed up. The Goths are having no trouble eating the food. Spud is being lazy, and then Rock force feeds him. And then everyone is just watching the Goths eat the eyeballs in fear. So the Goths finish the challenge first, and then Don gets angry at them because they show no form of excitement. And he says, "Get out of here, you're bad kids." That's the second quote of the episode. I was expecting Noah to shove the eyeball into Owen's mouth, like, "Oh, I'm not eating this. You eat anything," or something like that, but he didn't do that. And as the contestants start to finish, the vegans, well, their lifestyle is hurting them, as I've said this multiple times before. They took a break to honor the fossil spirits, and then their ice block goes back into the cave. Taylor and Kelly get an hour penalty due to Taylor, but Taylor still goes off on her mom and blames her. An hour penalty, that's really harsh, but I guess like what they're doing in this show takes a long time or something. Dwayne takes the fossil that slides into the cave, the one from the vegans. And I like Dwayne Jr. He's a good kid because he knows what his dad is doing is wrong. But apparently it's not too wrong because Don allows it. And they were going to give it to the vegans after they had made it to the chill zone, but Don wouldn't let them. And I thought Don was completely wrong for that. I don't know why you're letting them do that. I don't know. You're a bad host. You're not involved in the show. Lori tells Dwayne that the goddess of karma will get him. And I was hoping to use that image for the thumbnail, but I can't find it. Plus, there are spoilers all over the internet, so I don't really need to look that far for a thumbnail image. Taylor wants Kelly to be more of a parent, but then when Kelly tries to be a parent, she kind of ignores it. I don't know what's wrong with this kid. And then Kelly wasn't mad at her daughter, but she was mad earlier in the episode. I hope she puts her daughter in her place one day, just goes off on her. Maybe they'll lose the challenge in that episode or something like that. And I thought it was funny when the vegans had to eat and they cried about it because they had to eat meat and everything. I think, was it Lori that said this? She said, "There are animals inside me right now." That's the third quote of the day. And as the penalty hour ends, mother and daughter finish next to Rockers and the vegans in last place. But there is no elimination this round, so they get to stay. But Lori beats up Dawn for making them eat animals. There's probably parts of animals already in your food, but whatever. This is a really funny episode, my favorite episode so far. The Goths are starting to become more of a threat. There's finally some drama. The teams are starting to notice that their partners suck. And that's about it for me. Thank you for watching my review. If you want to be friends on social media, add me. Check the description. See you guys later. Peace!